Okay, let's dive right in. If you're trying to create video on the best AI video generator out there, you've probably noticed that the landscape in 2026 is, frankly, completely wild. We're living in this era where AI video has just totally upended traditional production, but with dozens of platforms out there, figuring out where to actually start, yeah, it can be incredibly overwhelming. So let's break it down in this explainer. So the big question: what is the absolute best AI video generator in 2026? It's a massive battle right now. You've got titans like OpenAI's Sora 2, Google's Veo 3, Quasio's Kling, and ByteDance's Dance, all fighting for dominance. We've officially left behind those choppy, hallucinogenic nightmare videos from just a couple of years ago. Now, photorealistic, cinematic generation is literally just a standard $12 a month subscription. It's crazy. But hey, best is subjective, right? We really need a framework to figure this out. And that brings us to our roadmap for finding the perfect tool for your specific job. We're going to quickly cover the 2026 video AI boom, look at the cinematic heavyweights, dive into social media and automation, check out avatars for enterprise use, explore free and open source options, and wrap up with exactly how to choose your tool. All right, Section 1, the 2026 video AI boom. Now, despite the massive leaps in rendering quality we've seen, comprehensive research from places like Pixverse and Tensoria tells us we absolutely have to acknowledge the elephant in the room. These tools still fail, and they fail in very predictable ways. If you want to create video on the best AI video generator and actually use the footage, you still have to watch out for mangled hands, super unnatural fast motion, faces that subtly shift between camera cuts, and audio that just doesn't quite match the environment. Knowing these limitations upfront is your secret weapon to getting usable shots. Moving right along to Section 2, the cinematic heavyweights. When you look at the specs across the board right now, it's pretty mind-blowing. We're seeing tools like Google's Veo 3.1 and Kling 3.0 pushing full 4K resolution and generating native, synchronized audio right there in the clip. And the maximum durations are shifting fast. While Sora 2 and Runway Gen 4.5 tap out around 10 to 25 seconds, Veo can push past a full minute. And Kling 3.0, it can remarkably generate clips that are several minutes long in a single pass. Plus, the price points are incredibly competitive, ranging anywhere from $7 to $20 a month. But here's the absolutely crucial point. You have to understand the different philosophies at play when you're choosing between the top tier. Google Veo 3.1, that is the king of raw quality. You get best-in-class physics for tricky stuff like water and fabric, and that native audio is stunning. But then look at Runway Gen 4.5. It acts way more like a complete, highly controllable video production suite. You're not just crossing your fingers and prompting, you're using tools like Motion Brush to animate very specific parts of an image, or Act 1 to transfer real human facial expressions onto AI characters. Basically, Runway's for the editor who demands control, while Veil is for the creator chasing raw visual perfection. Oh, and we absolutely cannot ignore Dance 2.0. This is ByteDance's dark horse model, and it is seriously turning heads. Why? Because instead of just typing a text prompt and hoping for the best, Dance lets you combine up to 12 different files per generation. Think about that. You can upload character reference images, a video for camera motion, an audio file, and a text prompt all at exactly the same time. It processes all that multimodal input and spits out native 2K resolution in just 30 seconds. Honestly, it's a massive leap forward for creative workflows. All right, let's pivot to Section 3, social media and automation. So why does this category matter? Well, if you run a faceless YouTube channel or a super fast-paced marketing team, you need rapid, automated workflows. You literally do not have time to sit around waiting for the slow cinematic render times of something like Sora. You're going to want in-video AI. One click, and it takes a simple text prompt, writes your script, pulls B-roll, and adds a voiceover. Done. If you need a consistent story across multiple scenes, Pixverse V6 is incredible for maintaining continuity across cuts. And if you're building for TikTok or Instagram, Luma, Dream Machine, and Pika 2.5 are going to give you incredibly fast stylized effects without getting bogged down in complex settings. It's all about speed here. Next up, Section 4, avatars for enterprise use. This is where things get super practical and high ROI. Through Act 1 and native lip sync tech, companies are fundamentally changing the game. Think about producing recurring corporate training, HR onboarding, or internal comms. They're doing this now without ever needing to set up a camera, mess with lighting, or hire an actor again. Never. You just type the script, and the AI avatar delivers it flawlessly. When we compare the absolute leaders in this enterprise space, Synthesia and Colossian are the undeniable go-to platforms. Synthesia is flexing over 240 hyper-realistic avatars and 160 languages. It's a total powerhouse for global teams. But Colossian is right on their heels, with over 150 avatars. Plus, this really neat custom photo-to-avatar feature so you can build a digital twin instantly. This right here proves why they are so essential for scaling corporate training. Imagine updating a software training video in 3 different languages just by editing a text document and hitting render. It's a game changer. Okay, let's look at Section 5, free and open source. 66. That is the exact number of daily free credits Kling AI is offering right now. In an industry where computing power is notoriously expensive, this makes Kling one of the most generous cloud-based free tiers out there in 2026. It completely opens the doors, allowing anyone to experiment with high-quality generative video without spending a single dime. Now, if you actually have the hardware, the open source community is thriving like crazy. You've got giants like Alibaba's 2.1 offering unrestricted, completely free, $0 per generation workflows that run locally on your machine. LLX.2.3 is another massive breakthrough because it does native audio and video in a single pass. But a quick reality check on that one. You are going to need a hefty 32GB GPU and support for FP8 quantization, which is basically a memory-saving trick, just to run it efficiently. But the payoff? Total privacy and 0 censorship guardrails, which is absolutely critical for certain types of independent production.
Finally, Section 6, choosing your perfect tool.
So, how do you actually find your tool? Well, you need a reproducible testing methodology. We adapted this from Magic Hour's benchmarking process. Listen, don't just type random prompts. Define a fixed set. Make one cinematic, one dialogue-heavy, one abstract. Then, run those exact same prompts through Veo, Runway, and Kling, and generate 3 to 5 outputs each. Keep your parameters consistent. Then, record where they fail. Do the hands morph into weird claws? Does the background warp strangely? This kind of empirical testing is exactly how you benchmark these tools against your specific needs. And a crucial tip here, avoid what we call the 2024 workflow. Remember 2 years ago? We'd patch together 5 different tools. We'd use one AI to write, another to make images, a third to animate, and a fourth to upscale. It was a complete nightmare. The 2026 landscape is all about consolidation. So leverage the new all-in-one AI workflows from platforms like Runway or InVideo that actually deliver end-to-end results inside a single ecosystem. Trust me, it will save you an immense amount of time. Ultimately, I think this quote from the Pixverse research perfectly summarizes our entire explainer. The best AI video generator is the one that matches your production job. There is no single magical tool that does everything perfectly. It's just about finding the perfect tool for your specific pipeline. You want Hollywood realism? Go Veo. Needs surgical editing control? Go Runway. Building corporate training? Synthesia is your bet. I want to leave you with a provocative thought as you head out to explore these incredible AI tools for yourself. With AI generating absolutely perfect pixels now, are we seeing the end of the traditional camera? Or is a camera just becoming another input device in a massive AI-driven creative stack? Think about that as you define your own workflow. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and get out there and start creating.